All right, everybody, welcome back to Kingdom Come Chiefs Podcast. Let's get right into Chiefs Colts.
Touchdown! Kansas City! One of the greatest duos in the history of the National Football League. Patrick Mahomes to Travis Kelce on a push fade comeback. And the Chiefs have won this incredible divisional playoff game in overtime.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. I just want to acknowledge I am learning as I go. I have had some recent, what I would consider failures. My Chiefs Chargers reaction video got like 24 views. It was a live deal. I thought people would just go check it out, after it posted, and that was not the case. So I'm going to try to do better. Thursday night games are going to be really tough. Luckily, we don't have any more. We're finishing up our mini bye this week and going to the Colts. And this first 4 games that we had going into the schedule that I included, and a lot of people were saying that first 4 games is a gauntlet. It's not really turning out that way, man. The Cardinals aren't world beaters. They're not a great football team. They're a good football team. You can see that the Raiders almost beat them last week, and I was really happy when they didn't. The Chargers are a really good football team, and we managed to beat them, and we can beat really good football teams because we are also a really good football team. The Colts, I'm gonna own this one, man. They have not been what I expected. They're currently not a very good football team. That worries me a little bit about this upcoming game. I don't view this game as a game that we can take lightly. They still have a really good roster there. They have a really good run game, and we have a young defense. If we get caught looking ahead, the Colts will beat us, and it'll be bad, and we'll hear about it for a week and a half, maybe even the rest of the year, about how the Colts beat us. And the Colts, apparently right now are not very good. So there's really a no-win this week in some ways. And what I mean by that is if you beat the Colts, nobody cares. Nobody cares. They're going to say, yeah, they're 0-3. They suck. They're terrible. So what? You beat the Colts. If we lose the Colts, everybody's going to point and say, oh, see, you guys are missing Tyreek Hill, and you guys did mess up, and your offseason was terrible, and your defense sucks, and all those young D-backs you got are undersized. I actually read that. It was whatever. Obviously, our D-backs are not undersized. Anybody that knows the roster knows that our D-backs, for the most part, are not undersized at all, with very, very few exceptions. I'm looking forward to this Colts game. I think the only way you really get a win in the media, and that's kind of what I'm talking about, which really doesn't matter too much. It's just a public perception thing. The really only way that you get a victory in the minds and hearts of people is to blow the Colts out. Blow them out. It's got to be ugly. It's got to be an ugly one. You need to hang 50 on these dudes. They're just not a very good football team right now. You can't let Matt Ryan get off. You can't let Jonathan Taylor get off. I'm excited to watch Jonathan Taylor. Obviously, I've brought him up a lot in the past. I think he should be a Chief. And if I was running the team, he would be. But that's neither here nor there, man. I'm excited to watch him play football because he's an amazing football player and a great running back. So that'll be fun. Who else on the Colts scares me? I would say not anybody really scares me on their team, but people that must be respected. DeForest Buckner obviously has to be respected. And I told one of my buddies is a huge 49ers fan. I told him that DeForest Buckner is probably the 49ers' biggest mistake in the last 20 years or so. I mean, letting him walk was just absolutely stupid, man. What are you thinking about letting a guy like DeForest Buckner walk away? And then I didn't really understand the guy that they kept. I can't think of his name right now. That's actually what I'm looking up. But while we're talking about, DeForest Buckner, I mean, that dude, he is a Chris Jones level player. Some would put him ahead of Chris Jones. Some would put him behind. I don't think that really matters too much. He is that type of player that can give you that type of impact. So, you got to watch out for him. You got to take care of business with him. And then, of course, Leonard, the linebacker, you got to take care of him. I love the dude's personality. Watching him last year on Hard Knocks in season was amazing. He seems like a really cool guy. Seems like a player that I would want to play with. Quentin Nelson is just a dude. He's the best guard in football by a long shot, in my opinion. It's not even close. Like, he's easily the best guard in football. He's a Hall of Fame guard. I think he's already a Hall of Fame guard. He's been playing for 5 years, and I think his 5-year career, he's already proved he's a Hall of Famer. So there's dudes out there on this team. Stefan Gilmore, obviously, is a great corner. We got to watch out for him. He's not far removed from being an absolute elite corner. He hasn't been this year so far. But that doesn't mean he can't have a crazy game. Another guy that I liked coming out of college was a little bit short, but Kwity Paye. I really like Kwity Paye. I'm hoping we don't hear a lot of his name on Sunday. Of course, Matt Ryan, you can't let that dude get off. Jonathan Taylor, that's obvious. We already talked about him. Those are my guys. Those are the guys I'm going to highlight from this roster. I don't think I'm missing anybody. Nyheim Hines, he's the backup for Jonathan Taylor. He can make some plays from time to time, but he's not a guy I'm scared of at all. Who else? Our old friend Nick Foles is the backup quarterback. I'm being dead serious. I hope, for whatever reason, that Matt Ryan doesn't get hurt and Nick Foles doesn't come in, because I think when Nick Foles comes off the bench, he has a knack for winning football games. Jojo Delman is a rookie linebacker that I will at least mention. He's a rookie linebacker out of Nebraska. I know a little bit more about him because I live in Nebraska. I'm not a Nebraska fan, so I don't have a biased point of view on him. But he's a player, and if he develops into his potential, he can make some plays Sunday. So keep an eye out on him. Mo Alley Cox, their tight end, isn't bad either. So those are some Colts names to look out for. If they get back to Colts football, there could be a problem because they like to pound the ball and run play action off of that. And even as a bad team, Jonathan Taylor's done some damage so far. So, like I said. This is a team we have to not overlook. This is a team we're going to need to have a complete game against. I think the defense should be completely focused on stopping the run, because I don't think that their offense works correctly if Jonathan Taylor isn't involved. I don't think Matt Ryan is a guy that can go out with these receivers and dominate a team. I think our guys at the back end of the defense are young enough and fast enough to be in some man coverage if needed. So, meaning you can send some more pressure, you can send some more people up front. 6-man run blitzes would be something that I would consider. The only thing with run blitzes is sometimes people don't come under control and make the tackle. So I would watch out for that, but I would definitely be having a 7- and 8-man box on a regular basis. I think I would just roll with an 8-man box and say, make me come out of it, and see if Matt Ryan can do that. And if he does, I would have a plan to immediately adjust to do that. That would be kind of my game plan for this Sunday. That being said, I think Pacheco needs more touches. I like what Clyde Edwards-Helaire has done in the last 2 games, so I'd like to see that continued as well. So more of that, more of the run game for us, I think would be a good thing. Keep spreading the ball around. I love it that 11 different receivers have caught balls already 2 games into the season, and 6 different Chiefs players have caught touchdowns. That's kind of what a lot of us were thinking was going to happen. I think we need to continue that. I think the defense needs to be aggressive, and I think we should be okay. And if you would have told me months ago that we would be 3-0 at the end of this week, I would have been absolutely floored. So I think we're right on pace because the easier part of our schedule is still ahead. There is no easy part of our schedule. It's the easier part of our schedule. So that's ahead. So if we get through this gauntlet portion, the first 4 or 5 games, we got a chance, man. We got a chance to have a really, really good record and be the number 1 seed. The Buffalo Bills look really good, man. They just do. And you got to give them props, and I'm not afraid of that, and neither should you. I'm not afraid of another team being damn good. That doesn't scare me one bit. I'm looking forward to our meetings. Can't wait to see them. Josh Allen continues to prove that he's special. Their defense is special. They got a little bit of a run game now, so that's also great. And I can't wait to see them, man. I'm not scared of those dudes. I'm not scared of any team in the NFL, and neither should you. And I guarantee you nobody in the locker room is. With that being said, man, I want to just take a moment to thank everybody for the support. I know I'm still trying to find my way on this. We're 2-3 weeks into the season. I'm sticking with this long term. I'm not going anywhere, guys. So I will find the most appropriate way to mesh this with my high school coaching experience and do all that stuff to still bring you guys content that's worth watching. That being said, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much, man. If you made it to the end of the video, comment down below. The comment word is dead snap. All right, dead snap. Just so I know who's making it to the end of the video. I also want to bring up one of the guys that's been supporting the channel since the very beginning. Lego reached out in the comments and said he was having a little bit of a hard time in his personal life. And brother, we just want to reach out to you and say, hey, we're thinking about you. If you're a spiritual person like I am, think about praying for him and his family and hope he gets through whatever he's going through. I know how it is, man. I don't know what you're going through, but I know what it's like to be down. Just know that there's a lot of people out there that care about you, and you're going to make it through this. You're going to make it through this. So, again, we appreciate everybody that takes care of us. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Still fly, let's go. It could all be worse. I could be a hater like you. It could all be worse. Clothes to make the man, but that poison's gonna kill you from the inside out. So right now, say it with your chest now. Say it with your chest now.